Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue. Yesterday we were studying about resources and development. What is resources? What are their origin? Who is the ownership? And we have studied a lot of it. You must have seen it, understood it. Today we are going to continue with the furthermore. So after analyzing the yesterday's work, we start with what are the basis of status and on the basis of status and development. So resources on the basis of status and development. So first resource that is based on the status is potential resource. Now what does this potential word mean? Potential means having the capacity of doing things. So resources which are found in any region but not have been utilized. Potential resources are resources which are found in any region but not have been utilized. Like we can say about the sun energy, solar, wind. So there are regions such as Rajasthan and Gujarat. Rajasthan being hot places, desert area, we can place lot of solar panels and generate heat. Gujarat being a coastal region, coastal areas where you have sea, Arabian Sea, we can place windmills. So cool air from the oceans can rotate the turbines and produce energy. Second is a developed resource. Developed resources. These are the resources which are being surveyed, and their quality and quantity have been determined for utilization. Fourth resources based on status and development is stock. Stock means what is available. Again, these are resources which have been surveyed but are not used due to lack of technology. There are some resources which are available, which are well known, but the technology is not so developed that we can use those things. Like for example, we can say we have a lot of water that is present in seas and oceans, gulfs, bays. But this water is salty. Now to separate all salt from the water, from sea, ocean water, is really requires a great deal of technology. The fourth one is reserves. Reserve resources. Reserve resources, like we can use them with the present technology. But their use has not been started. We are searching for more and more resources, as the earth being a very large, born from the sun, it has a lot of minerals, rock particles. There are many minerals present on this earth. We have at least found more than 118 minerals which are being used, but there are many more which are to be found and to be used. For like reserve forest, again we take an example of water. We have been using water for many things. Water is used for drinking, washing clothes. We have created walls on the rivers to make a dam and store water, and it's converted into a lake or a reservoir. These reservoirs are used for recreations, fishing, agriculture, irrigation, but still we can make a lot of things. We can use it in a new form. So we can use them with their present technology, but their use is not have been started. So we have to think for many more ideas to make the use of water. Now it is resources that are based on them. So we have resources that are based on status and development are potential resource, developed resource, stock, and reserve. Now we use development of resources. Like we have already studied this before, how we have come here. Development of resources. Develop development of resource. As we have already studied in our lower classes, like 6, the old age, primitive lifestyle. People living in jungle. They did not know how to read and write. They did not know about the technology. They were afraid of fire. They were afraid of wind. But now we are making the use of this wind, sun, fire. Resources are very important or vital for human. Resources. We can compare the life of the old age people living in jungle. Supposing you are living in jungle, where would have you made this house? You must be sleeping on the branches of tree, eating raw fruits. Resources are free gifts by nature. Free gift by nature for human beings, because they are present on this earth. But the reckless use of these gifts have led to many problems. Now we are talking natural gifts like wood, trees, wood, land for which is used for agriculture, construction. We are using it very recklessly, without any thinking. As is, what are as says we have created many problems. Now, what are the problems? So the problems are first, it says the depletion of resources. Depletion of resources. Like we did not know about the coal, but as we moved from primitive to agricultural to industrialization, we came to know about the coal, which is burnt and used its energy for generating running steam engines to make electricity. But we are using it recklessly, so they are getting depleted. Means the quantity is reducing. Depletion of resources. Second says accumulation of resources have led accumulation of resources are in few hands only, which have created a difference between rich and poor. Resources, oil, which is under government, but we have private companies also, Reliance. So accumulation, the oil is controlled by a one person, even government is controlling it, but resource is not used by all, it's only being used by one person. So it is creating a difference between rich and poor. Then we have exploitation of resources. Exploitation of resources, which has led us to ecological crisis. Ecological crisis. Now, what are the ecological crises? We can say about the global warming. Global warming. Then we have pollution. Global warming, already have written essays on global warming and pollution. You understand what type of pollutions are there. So we have to take care of these exploitations, with all these problems that are being created. Now it says, how can we we can reduce these problems? How can we reduce this problem? So we can reduce by using it in a global manner, sustainable manner. So we can use this thing in a sustainable manner. Sustainable use. Now what is sustainable use? We can say that it should be used without damaging the environment and should not compromise the need of the future generation. What are the bases of status of development?